Piece 1, Pulse of Pain. When you are living in a world where you are experiencing constant, overwhelming adversity, there is a pulse of pain as constant as the pulse coursing through your body. You have to acknowledge this pulse, this pain, before you can change it. Don't deny it, but don't feed the helplessness with your own thoughts. Feel this pulse of pain to your core. Know when it's stronger and weaker. You need to believe that this pulse of pain can end. It must end. Unfortunately, many people end their pulse of pain by ending their own pulse of life. Do not go there. This pulse of pain can end while your pulse of life continues on. This piece sets the stage. You have to acknowledge the pain and the fear and everything else associated with it, and still believe you can rise above it. Remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. Stephen King. Do not lose hope. What you seek will be found. Trust dreams. Trust your heart, and trust your story. Neil Gaiman. Corazon. I am an anthrax, butcher bacterium, warm life destroying. Morpheus. I am a world, space floating, life nurturing. Corazon. I am a nova, all exploding, planet cremating. Morpheus. I am the universe, all things encompassing, all life embracing. Corazon. I am anti-life, the beast of judgment. I am the dark at the end of everything, the end of universes, gods, worlds, of everything. And what will you be then, Dream Lord? Morpheus. I am hope. Neil Gaiman. Piece 2, Before the Day. There is a small moment of time after just awakening when the day is still and new and fresh, and where there is a feeling of peace and hope and beauty. It might be for only a second or a minute. It might seem like an apparition on a dark night or the hint of a breeze on a sultry day, but it is there, hope is still there. The challenge is to grasp it before it disappears and to bring it into your heart. Stay aware. Stay open to possibilities. Stay open to that elusive breeze on a sweltering day. I believe that imagination is stronger than knowledge, that myth is more potent than history, that dreams are more powerful than facts, that hope always triumphs over experience, that laughter is the only cure for grief, and I believe that love is stronger than death. Robert Fulghum. To be truly radical is to make hope possible rather than despair convincing. Raymond Williams. Piece 3, ominous. After this moment of peace, whether it is short or long, the awareness returns that there is danger and possibly sadness awaiting you again. The specter of hopelessness rears its ugly head. Everything seems to have danger associated with it. Maybe it's out there in the world, or maybe you are bringing it with you in your head and heart, but it is there. Just remember that you have survived so far. You can again. You must prepare yourself and believe in yourself. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Langston Hughes. Great hope has no real footing unless one is willing to face into the doom that may also be on the way. Norman Mailer. Piece 4, moving it. You have to move. You know that on some level, hope involves movement. It is not about wishing for a happy outcome. It is not just wishing life would change. You have to move toward hope, toward life. Even if the movement is scattered right now, you have to move. Movement says life. Movement says hope. Movement says I can still make things happen. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. Barack Obama. Hope is the heartbeat of the soul. Michelle Horst. Piece 5. Claim your mind. Hopelessness can be all-encompassing, but ultimately you have to realize that hopelessness is a state of mind. It is an opinion, not a fact. Many people in the last stages of a terminal illness or in concentration camps created hope in their lives. They knew that they probably would not get the outcome they wanted, but they also knew that they would not be defeated. They realized that they had to take control of their minds. You might kill me, but you will not defeat me. You cannot let the helplessness defeat you. Calm your mind. Claim your mind. But hope is no less realistic than despair. It is still our choice whether to live in light or lie down in darkness. Rick Yancey. Hopelessness is a belief. A belief is a thought, and thoughts can be changed. They are all the time. Scott Shepard. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. There were many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested, but I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays defeat and death. Nelson Mandela. Piece 6. Waken. At some point you realize that it is critical that your spirit must waken and get in sync with your movement. You cannot be scattered to the wind. This is movement with a purpose. You must begin to focus on not only surviving, but thriving. Rhythms outside of you and inside of you begin to mesh. Focus, focus, focus. It is by choice and not by chances that we change our circumstances. Nadia Sahari. I have come to accept the feeling of not knowing where I am going, and I've trained myself to love it, because it is only when we are suspended in midair with no landing in sight that we force our wings to unravel and begin our flight. And as we fly, we still may not know where we are going to, but the miracle is in the unfolding of the wings. You may not know where you're going, but you know that so long as you spread your wings, the winds will carry you. C. Joy Bell, C. Piece 7, Kids. Even at the worst of times, kids can remind you of your spirit. They bring hope by their very essence. They bring spontaneity, curiosity, and joy. They bring life. They are like a fine jazz piece. The kids start the rejuvenation, and if they are open to it, the adults begin to join in. Their spirits and their hearts are being rekindled. Hope has a chance. I look in the mirror through the eyes of the child that was me. Judy Collins. The soul is healed by being with children. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Piece 8, drought. Hopelessness can make you feel dried out. Your creative juices seem gone. Inspiration seems to have disappeared as just surviving takes all your energy. The drought itself seems to have its own rhythm. If you are not careful, you will fall under the spell and lie down and die. Giving up is seductive. It pretends it is rest, but it isn't. It's a mirage. It is death. Don't believe it. Keep moving. Hope does not leave without being given permission. Rick Riordan. The lunchtime wine fest is like a festering point for hopelessness. The thought of hopelessness can be like a virus. What started out as one person feeling hopeless is now many all agreeing with each other and strengthening their belief in their own hopelessness. Scott Shepard. Piece 9, sprinkle. There is just the beginning of a shower, teasing you, tantalizing you. Is it the beginning of real nourishment or just a fantasy? Maybe you can still find your water, your nourishment. Perhaps the sprinkle is real. The rain has to start somewhere. Get ready. Welcome a new start. And indeed it could be said that once the faintest stirring of hope became possible, the dominion of plague was ended. Albert Camus. I believe in hope, in what is something called radical hope. I believe there's hope for all of us, even amid the suffering. And that's why I write fiction, probably. It's my attempt to keep that fragile strand of radical hope, to build a fire in the darkness. John Green.
Do
Piece 10, rain. Thunder. The storm is coming. But is it a storm bringing you your nourishment, or is it a storm bringing you more grief? The energy is fierce. Something is fighting for your spirit. You must engage the energy of the storm. You will make it your nourishment. You are ready to continue on. Your spirit celebrates. Even in the mud and scum of things, something always, always sings. Ralph Waldo Emerson. For like a shaft, clear and cold, the thought pierced him that in the end the shadow was only a small and passing thing. There was light and high beauty forever beyond its reach. J.R.R. Tolkien. It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. Frederick Douglass. Piece 11, hopelessness returns. Just when your spirit comes alive, hopelessness shows its ugly face again. It is back. You must face it again. It is not enough to overcome the feeling of hopelessness just once. The trick is doing it over and over. The more you do it, the less it returns, but it will continue to return until you know that hope resides in you. I've learned that no matter how inspired, fired up, and motivated you might be, the dark clouds will always set in. Bernard Calvin Cleve. Sometimes the dark clouds don't bring rain. They just bring dark, and you must find your way. Scott Shepherd. Piece 12, waterhole. Caution is the byword. Just as animals at a waterhole look up every few seconds to scan their environment, so must you be aware, whether it is an external or internal threat to your physical existence or your spiritual one. You are aware. You are observant. But you must not only look for possible trouble, you must look for beauty and allies and strength as well. Hope attracts chances. Toby Beta. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. William Faulkner. You do not need to know precisely what is happening or exactly where it is all going. What you need is to recognize the possibilities and challenges offered by the present moment and to embrace them with courage, faith, and hope. Thomas Merton. Piece 13, romance, careless. In the midst of hopelessness, love and desire can still touch us. The danger is that you might look for your love to be your escape or your answer to your problems. Doing that can take your focus away from the work you still must do for yourself. The beauty is that your love can also renew your spirit and help you recover your hope. The balance is precarious. And I sometimes think that a moment of touching is the difference between complete, utter despair and the ability to carry on. Eleanor Cameron. Life is a hard battle anyway. If we laugh and sing a little as we fight the good fight of freedom, it makes it all go easier. I will not allow my life's light to be determined by the darkness around me. Sojourner Truth. Piece 14, the struggle. Your spirit and your heart are under attack. Hopelessness is threatening to crush you. Hopelessness knows it can kill you. The fight is on. The danger is real. The terror is real. The struggle is violent and fierce. You will need every resource you can tap into. Use them. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. Martin Luther King. Without a struggle, there can be no progress. Frederick Douglass. Piece 15. Goodbye. You have lost something important. It is part of life. We lose things that are important to us. You have to say goodbye to that which you have lost. As it leaves, there are two figures next to it. The choice is yours. You can choose hopelessness and die, or you can choose hope and heal. The choice is so difficult. Saying goodbye is so terribly sad. You can't go around it. You have to go through it. Hopelessness offers the void. Hope offers life. It's lonely to say goodbye, very lonely. Please cry with me. Maybe there's nothing we can do about this, but at least for now, cry with me. Like your entire body is screaming at the sky, like it's raging against the world. I lost something, and I don't have a single guarantee. The fear of living in this world again after that, I have only a shred of hope to sustain me. So I want you at least to cry, cry, cry with me, like the day you were first born into this world. Natsuki Takaya. Piece 16. Rise above. From the depths of your despair, you find something to help you rise above it. There is a rhythm calling to you. Maybe you call this strength God, or the universal power, or your own spirit that was hiding deep inside of you. You feel it. A new rhythm has embraced you. You celebrate the rise of hope from the ashes of hopelessness. To love life, to love it even when you have no stomach for it, and everything you've held dear crumbles like burnt paper in your hands. your throat filled with the silt of it. When grief sits with you, its tropical heat thickening the air, heavy as water, more fit for gills than lungs. When grief weights you like your own flesh, only more of it, an obesity of grief. You think, how can a body withstand this? Then you hold life like a face between your palms, a plain face, no charming smile, no violet eyes. And you say, yes, I will take you. I will love you again. Ellen Bass. Where there is no hope, it is incumbent on us to invent it. Albert Camus. Piece 17, wrenching. Back again is the hopelessness. It is relentless, but it is not all-powerful. You will not be defeated by it. You are knocked down and get up. Again, again, and again. You take the power from the oppression and turn it into your own power. You do not become consumed with hate or bitterness or helplessness. You drink in the strength of life around you. It's really a wonder that I haven't dropped all my ideals because they seem so absurd and impossible to carry out. Yet I keep them because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank. It's probably my job to tell you life isn't fair, but I figure you already know that. So instead, I'll tell you that hope is precious and you're right not to give up. C.J. Redwine. In a time of destruction, create something. Maxine Hong Kingston. Piece 18, Quiet, Rest. It is time to rest and meditate and observe the beauty around you. You must create quiet time. Quiet and rest can strengthen your spirit and renew your heart. Quiet opens up your spirit to the presence of hope. This is not the end of the day. It is the rest you need during the day. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Emily Dickinson. Hope is a waking dream. Aristotle. We dream to give ourselves hope. To stop dreaming, well, that's like saying you can never change your fate. Amy Tan. Piece 19, hot. After the quiet, you must kick back into moving. Now you are stronger than before. You are stronger than ever. This movement might be with your body or your mind or both. Even though the day is getting close to ending, you must not quit. Create your own rhythm. Create your own hope. Movement means being alive. Moving with energy and power means thriving no matter what. This movement not only energizes you, it energizes all who are around you. And as I watched him, I knew that in every dark night, there was somewhere a small light burning that could never be quenched. Juliet Marlier. Don't despair. Despair suggests you are in total control and know what is coming. You don't. Surrender to events with hope. Alain de Botton. True hope is swift and flies with swallows' wings. William Shakespeare. Piece 20, evening. The end of the day is near. You have survived. You have done more than survived. You have moved forward. You feel the peace of a world settling into sleep. You smell the beauty of another evening. But this evening, helplessness does not stalk you. You know it exists. You know it can strike back if you become careless, but you are not afraid. Love will not be defeated by fear. You touch those closest to you. Hope is alive in you. Hope energizes your spirit and your body. Everybody has a home team. It's the people you call when you get a flat tire or when something terrible happens. It's the people who, near or far, know everything that's wrong with you and love you anyways. These are the ones who tell you their secrets, who get themselves a glass of water without asking when they're at your house. These are the people who cry when you cry. These are your people, your middle of the night, no matter what people. Shauna Niequist. Of course, the sad truth is that not everybody does have a home team. But you can be somebody's home team. You can be that person. You can't be that for everyone, but you can be that for someone. Scott Shepard. Piece 21. Proud. This is a tribute to those who have faced hopelessness in many forms and were not defeated by it. These are the people who showed us that hopelessness could be defeated. Some of these people are known by many, some are known by few, but they all fought the good fight. They rediscovered their light and their fire. That light and that fire continues to show the way for all of us as we rekindle our hearts with hope and love. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Nelson Mandela. Don't worry if people think you're crazy. You are crazy. You have that kind of intoxicating insanity that lets other people dream outside of the lines and become who they're destined to be. Jennifer Elizabeth. Carry the fire. Cormac McCarthy. There is nothing more majestic than the determined courage of individuals willing to suffer and sacrifice for their freedom and dignity. Martin Luther King. Never give up. It's like breathing. Once you quit, your flame dies, letting total darkness extinguish every last gasp of hope. You can't do that. You must continue taking in even the shallowest of breaths. Continue putting forth even the smallest of efforts to sustain your dreams. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. Rochelle E. Goodrich.